Thanks for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani Saint-Jean. Coming up, residents of Salybia Constituency await their new resource center. VOSH is on its 21st mission to give free eye care in Dominica, and Mas Domnik 2015 officially opens this weekend. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories after this.
DOWASCO recognizes that clean water is vital to healthy living. Therefore, it spares no effort in providing a clean, safe and reliable system. Help keep our rivers safe and clean. Do not cut trees along the river banks and do not pollute with garbage, human or animal feces and chemicals. Think water, think life.
Thank you for staying with us. Residents of the Salybia constituency are looking forward to the completion of a landmark in that constituency. Nisha Charles brings this report.
It is inspired by the Kalinago people, designed with Kalinago culture in mind, deemed to be a landmark in the Salybia constituency. It's the much anticipated Senne Resource Center, which is now over 95% complete. With 2,688 square feet, the structure will be home to the most modern technology in the constituency. The newly elected Member of Parliament for the Salybia constituency, the Honorable Cassius Daru, is excited about the project and has great plans for its use.
And I believe access to information is very critical to our development, because without access to the information that surrounds us, we are not able to take informed decisions or even have informed decisions. So with technology, it will be enhancing our people, empowering them. I believe we'll be better informed to take decisions and have healthy discussions.
The facility will include a recreational center, a conference room, early childhood room, and of course a resource center with the latest technology. This resident of Salybia is anticipating the grand opening in the coming months.
I think it's a very good initiative because it will enable our people to have a place where they can come to recreate, if we have different activities, especially our cultural activities, we can come here and host it. We don't have to, use a school or any other building. I think it will benefit us a lot in terms of our culture.
The Honourable MP is also hoping that an FM station will be placed at the centre to disseminate relevant information about the Kalinago people.
I believe we need to look at the whole idea of the Kalinago territory, as you have heard over the past years, is that it's the poorest on island. I want to dispute that we are not poor. However, what I think one way of getting rid of this is through the dissemination of information and letting the public know the realities of the Kalinago people. There are many misconceptions that we need to correct as a people. And by correcting it, I believe it's a matter of sensitizing and letting people know what is existing and what is not existing.
The groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the center took place in August of 2013. The project is funded by the Caribbean Development Bank to the tune of over $1.45 million. In the meantime, the residents await the center's unveiling and hope that the center will keep the culture of the people alive.
So I think it will enhance our culture and it take us back from where we come from.
This is just part of government's plan to improve the lives of the indigenous people of Dominica. For National Focus, I'm Nisha Charles reporting.
Thank you, Nisha. And still in the Salybia constituency, a team of 8 Cuban doctors will visit the constituency on Saturday to attend to the health needs of the residents. The visit is the work of the Honorable Member of Parliament for the Salybia constituency, Cassius Daru, as well as the Cuban Ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Juan Carlos Frometa de la Rosa. The team will include 2 internal medicine specialists, a surgeon, 2 nurses, 2 general practitioners, 1 doctor specialized in intensive care, and a dermatologist. The Honorable MP says this visit will bring much needed health care to the constituency.
I believe as a leader we need to take care of our people, and health is an important aspect of it. Because without health, the labor force or human resource is not going to be as effective as it should be. So health is an important aspect of it, and persons with various illnesses or non-communicable diseases, and how do you call it, the diseases that can be avoided.
The Honorable MP says these visits will help detect diseases at an earlier stage.
Most times you find persons, they have been diagnosed with an illness, for example cancer. And these people, they are dying of cancer, not because they don't have access to the health facilities, but because it is detected too late. Or another problem is maybe with the little financing that is needed so that they can really take care of themselves on time. So those little issues, we are hoping that we can deal with them in a timely fashion so that we save lives and increase in good health.
In the future, the Salybia MP hopes to have more doctors assigned to the Kalinago territory.
It is my hope, and we have been in discussion with the Cuban ambassador to have 2 resident doctors in the Kalinago territory on a rotating basis. So if that can be done, it is one step forward into solving our problems. Because the Kalinago territory, half of the Kalinago territory belongs to the Marigot district, the Marigot Health District. Now the other half belongs to the Castlebus Health District. You have elderly persons, and I have a passion for the elderly people, and I really want to cherish them and take care of them. So if we can have these doctors here, from the Ministry of Kalinago Affairs, we can address this issue by actually providing transportation, and so that the elderly persons can be transported to the health facilities so that they can deal with the issues. The young people who are capable of getting there, they will get there to get health assistance.
The health sessions will be held at the Salybia Health Facility on Saturday, January 24th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. In more news, the Volunteer Optometry Services for Humanity, VOSH, is on its 21st mission to Dominica. This non-governmental, non-sectarian organization is dedicated to the provision of eye care services for those without access to local eye care. On Thursday, January 22nd, His Excellency President Charles Savre and Mrs. Savre visited the VOSH mission on the team's last clinic at the Goodwill Parish Hall.
I am tremendously amazed by the number of people who come to be screened and to be treated, receive glasses or whatever the case may be. We have to express our appreciation, first of all, to the Rotary Club, who are the sponsors of this activity year after year, and the VOSH volunteers themselves who come to Dominica and elsewhere, I presume, to offer that service.
It is expected that at least 500 persons from the Roseau and environs will be served at that clinic. The Rotary Club of Dominica partnered with the Rotary Club of Eaton Rapids, Michigan, 21 years ago to set up the annual VOSH mission to Dominica. This year, the team of 35 started the mission on January 19th. The team also provided eye care services to the people of La Plaine, Castle Bruce, Salybia, Mahu, and Point Michel.
Monday we went to the La Plaine Health Center and examined 300 patients. Tuesday we split up and went to Salybia, half the team, and the other half went to Castle Bruce, where we did a total of 400 patients. And then today we split up and did a half day at Maho Health Center and Point Michel Health Center. And I think between the two of us we did over 300. Tomorrow we will have a day off. We're going to go hiking and tomorrow we have our busiest day right here in Roseau, and we'll be at the Goodwill Parish Hall.
Head of the VOSH team, Dr. Van Rubel, has been coming to Dominica since the inception of the mission here in 1995. Dr. Rubel told GIS News what inspired him to become an optometrist.
I was born breech. I'm fourth out of 8, and they had to use forceps to get me out, and I was going to die. They smashed the side of my head in. So out of 8 brothers and sisters, I'm the only one without baby pictures. But smashing my head in on this side damaged an eye muscle. And so I had double vision, my eye swung out. My parents didn't have good medical insurance to do surgery. So in 3rd grade, I found an eye doctor that did rehabilitation. and he fixed it with rehab. So in 5th grade, I said I was going to be an eye doctor, and then I became one. I specialize in pediatrics and special needs, you know, Down syndrome and cerebral palsy and autism, but I also work on rehab with my son Sean, and we do brain injured, like car accidents and trauma and stroke patients.
Dr. Rubel is grateful for the assistance of government in making it easy for his team to visit Dominica over the years.
There are places that go, plan all year, can't get through customs. Or that customs ask for $2,000 and they don't have it, so they don't get to do it. Everything's so smooth here. So we get to do something like this where we see 500 or 600 people and we check their eyes and we check them for glaucoma and high blood pressure and try to make them happy.
On average, over 1,500 people receive complete eye examinations each year. As expressed by this man waiting to be screened, this service is invaluable to those who benefit.
It's a very good thing, having to take care of your eye, and have seen that there are people to come down to Dominica to really do that for free of charge. And we really appreciate the kind of lecture that they have.
This year, the team's mission theme is Good People Find Good People. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health received a donation of medication and equipment from the VOSH team. Dr. David Johnson, Chief Medical Officer, received the supply on behalf of the ministry. The presentation was made at a press conference on Wednesday.
I think service to humanity is one of the noblest things that someone can get involved with. The VOSH, in collaboration with Rotary, has been partnering with the Ministry of Health to bring eye care to the citizens of Dominica for over 21 years. And I've been interested if we were to actually measure economic and social impact of your contribution to Dominica. I think it is tremendous. What you have done in terms of providing eye care to citizens of Dominica is in sync with the priority of the government of Dominica in terms of providing eye care to Dominica and in fact helping us to achieve our Vision 2020 goal. So I really want to say thank you on behalf of the government and people of Dominica for your wonderful contribution and the tangible contribution in this form of donation in terms of eye care materials, eye drops to the government and people of Dominica. So thank you very much once again.
$25,000 worth of medical supplies will be used at the eye clinic at the Princess Margaret Hospital. Minister for Health, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Daru, who was also present for the presentation, noted the immeasurable contribution VOSH has made to Dominica over the years. Honorable Daru says VOSH's commitment to Dominica is noble.
Of course, as I said at the small address I gave earlier, this is very much in line in sync with this government administrative and policies, where we really make it our duty to take care of our less fortunate. And whilst we understand that optimal health care does come at a cost, in some cases tremendous cost, and even basic health care comes at a cost, we really think it's commendable when organizations such as yours can reach out and make this and make a difference in someone's life, because I'm pretty sure that, quite a few of the people who've been beneficiaries of your service, especially the actual prescription glasses, would not otherwise have been able to afford such. And we can get testimony to the number of citizens that we have assisted as a government, and we're really glad to have VOSH on board to really make this to really make it easier for us.
The Honorable Minister for Health thanked VOSH for their support over the years and says he looks forward to another 2 decades of service from the team. He recommitted government support to the mission. President of the Rotary Club, Mary Jose Edwards, says although Rotary Club is VOSH's main partner, the government of Dominica continues to play a critical role in the success of the mission. Mas Domnik 2015 will officially open on Saturday with a parade through the streets of Roseau. Deputy Chairperson of the Road Parade Committee, Charlene White Christian, says the committee has put measures in place for a fun and efficient opening of the Carnival Parade. At a press conference earlier this week, White Christian has called on contestants of the various competitions, band members, and all those taking part in the parade to gather at the Pottersville Savannah at 1 p.m. to facilitate the prompt start at 3 p.m. She also called on the public to cooperate fully with volunteer marshals who will seek to maintain order during the parade.
Every year we have a few volunteers, young school persons, mainly from the Goodwill Secondary School and a few other schools around the island, who volunteer their time to be volunteers and marshals. We're asking the public to please respect these young people. Over the past few years, they have been insulted, they have been belittled, and we're asking to please just understand that these are young persons volunteering their time trying to assist. They will be assisting with the parade and crowd control. So we're asking persons to stay off the roads, stay on the sidewalks, please. The marshals will try their best. We have a few adults who have also volunteered. They will try their best to keep order in the parades. If we find anyone being extremely disruptive, we'll just get the police to take them out.
As a security measure, there will be no tossing of any paraphernalia by queen contestants to revelers, and to aid with the flow of traffic, the contestants are only allocated one other vehicle besides their float to accompany them. The chairperson reminded the public of the judging of floats to be held during the parade and commended the number of participants involved in this year's celebration.
We have about 15 all-mass groups, so that means the parade is going to be rather long. We have about 8 flag wavers groups, and we have a record 18 schools who are going to do either band or float, and some are also going to take part in the opening parade. So just to give you a quick idea, we have 9 schools who have already come on board to do Carnival floats for Carnival Monday. We have 6 schools doing bands, and the others are doing the opening parade.
9 high schools are creating floats, 6 high schools creating bands, and 3 primary schools will portray a display of floral headpieces. White Christian gave details of the rules in place for vendors, owners of sound systems and floats at the final stop of the parade on the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard.
The vendors who have already registered, you have to register with the DFC, because you will only be allowed to vend on the bayfront if you are given permission by the DFC. So you have to come in to register. There are some people with their own booths on the bayfront, and they just figure that they could come in and set up shop. We will ask the police to remove you. So we are asking, if you have an idea and you want to vend, please come to the DFC, because we will give you the location, because you can only be on the bay side. No vending will be allowed on the other side. All vending will be on the bay side. The DFC will give you all instructions for that. And we have a reason for that, because this side here, we are leaving that free for quite a few things. The groups, when they come from the opening parade, the senses and so, they need an area for them to rest. So we're looking at the area of the Roseau City Council. For the ambulance, we're going to have an ambulance station next to Nassif. All right, so we cannot have smoke in that area. So that is why we are putting the vendors on the side of the bay. The ambulance station is going to be around there, and most likely maybe a Red Cross station as well. That will be confirmed later on. And that route has to be free, especially of vehicles. So the police will also direct us, and we're asking for no parking along that area. The police will put signs, and last year what happened is some persons, they forgot the signs, and when there was no police officer, they came in and they parked and they left. So we could not find the drivers to move the vehicles. We will work with the police, and we'll find some way to get the vehicles out of there. All we're asking is just comply with the rules.
All stakeholders must work together to ensure the sustainability of the banana and plantain industry. This is according to the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Johnson Drygo. Honorable Drygo was speaking at a press conference last week.
We know that the market for bananas, it is there. We know we've done well in bananas in the past. There is no time for too much talking. It's time for action. So all those who are interested in ensuring that the banana industry succeeds should put some action where their mouth is. And let's all contribute to the revitalization, for want of a better word, of the banana industry.
The Honorable Agriculture Minister also made reference to the importation of 20,000 black sigatoka resistant banana plants from France.
Presently, black sigatoka is affecting the farmers, and they are really taking a pounding. We would need to start fresh, because apart from the varieties that we're going to be bringing in to assist the farmers. There are black cickatoka resistance varieties as well out there, but they are not as palatable as what we are accustomed with. They're this. So therefore, we will not be rushing into these varieties at this time. However, in order to start fresh with the farmers, with this new plants that we are bringing in, which will be sent to the smart facility in Portsmouth, which the Chinese have built for weaning and hardening, we will be able to assist the farmers from the word go, with all the technical support and caring that these plants are going to be needing in order to ensure that the black cickatoka disease doesn't get a hold on this new plant well into marketing.
The importation of the banana plants from France is funded by the government of Dominica. The Honorable Minister notes that the government is making plans for its productive use.
I have met with the extension officers of Casabros, and I have also met with heads of all departments of the Ministry of Agriculture. Very soon we'll be calling all the farmers who have their farms on the irrigation plots to a meeting. And the ministry, as I speak, is preparing a plan for the production of certain crops, vegetables, potatoes. As I speak also, the Ministry of Trade. And the Ministry of Trade is going to be very important going forward in support of the agricultural sector. I have had bilateral or just a one-on-one discussion with the Minister of Trade, Mr. Douglas, and the hope is that the Ministry of Trade will heighten its effort at identifying the markets, and the Ministry of Agriculture will also heighten its effort at producing the crops once they are identified to ensure that we expand the agricultural sector in Dominica.
Honorable Drago commended the government of Dominica for its significant contribution to the agriculture sector.
I am not sure if there's any other government in the region who is making so much direct cash investment to private organizations in support of the banana industry like this government.
And that's the English segment of the news. McPherson St. Luce is next with Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, membre parlement pour Kalinago, honorable Cassius Darou, visiter plusieurs occasions qui ont tapé attention développement hors gouvernement. Un projet chimé en parmi d'autres qui a tapé attention.
Là, nous sommes en Cancade, Lagli, et nous avons visité un chimé qui est très important pour ces gens qui vivent sur le côté de Lagli. So pour jamais la ça c'est un problème de moment les enfants à l'école. C'est pas les enfants à l'école primaire seulement mais les enfants à l'école secondaire. C'est un problème pour eux parce que l'applique a tombé, il y a pour jamais la rivière, les après-midi là il a vu, il y a pour vivre jamais la rivière. Et merci pour monsieur Grando parce qu'il a aidé pour jamais la rivière de temps en temps avec jamais mener yo vivre. C'est un problème nous le comment nous ca résolver le problème ça là. Quand nous visitons madame là, vous qui était petit caille là presque quasi assez nous avons formé pour nous arranger caille ça là pour augmenter il avait fait la vie mon plus facile là il ça jouer la vie une bonne nuit avait dormi in peace comme on dit en anglais. Là nous quitter Cancade nous aller pour point par Acasson nous monter chimé au côté de Pontompi en Trisle. Avec morceau chimé ça là c'est attention pour ça faire pour vivre en chimé arriver par Bataka pour monter à ce chimé Horseback Ridge Road. So si nous avons fait morceau chimé ça là qui a facilité l'eau pour aider monde pour traverse constituency. Et après ça nous descend Antristle Beach Road qui c'est un morceau chimé qui descend dans la mer. C'est un côté qui est très important parce que taper monde pour venir yo ka enjoy la vie yo ka fait bagay aller côté en créole nous a dit yo ka font jot yo ka aller bouillir manger mais les familles sont bon place qui bon pour monde ça les penser entertainment so yo ka de live la vie nous là.
En autre nouvelle, les usines café qui établis en 1 mile en Gotans, qui commencé à fonctionner l'année là. Parole ça là, sorti du ministère de l'Agriculture, Honorable Johnson Drago.
Et puis ça fait plan café qui nous fait à Gotans, nous amené plusieurs grains café hors Central America pour les nouvelles factories ça. Et pendant nous avons fait ça, nous avons aussi préparé nous avons planté, nous avons planché commerçant à café et moi pour qui ce technicien là d'accord qui Domnik café Domnik n'est assez bon plan pour nous propager plan hot Domnik pour nous expandre affaires valet à café nous qui planté pour aider facture ça comme ça café c'est un bitin qui ni on a pas l'autre pays café obligé vendre tout un niveau dit café qui vend so nous savons qu'il y a la place pour café Venezuela même capable pour point plusieurs cafés au Domnik so nous capable pour nous là pour vendre café pas ani pour Venezuela mais pour Caribbean là et puis pour consommer nous même ici Domnik so nous savons que l'industrie café a kai succède et nous travaillons bien pour nous ça ouvrir café plus tard dans ça.
En d'autres nouvelles, membre parlement pour Saint-Joseph, Honorable Kelva Darou, qui continue de chaîne commitment pour continuer cela, qui continue habitant. Selon Honorable Darou, un projet chimique qui a commencé après travail excavation fini, location wet area, qui a coûté 200 avec $50,000 l'argent. Honorable Darou fait parole qui ça même qui bénéficie habitants l'occasion là, qui déjà investe en l'eau à ces locations agricoles ailleurs. Honorable Darrow aussi parle contre des ponts qui pour bâtir, bagaille, public works qui a négociation pour mener yo rentrer en pays là. Honorable Darrow fait pas wall level commitment gouvernement pour habitants communauté salam et puis comme même parlement, ça c'est priorité pour eux. Et puis finalement, il y a une organisation l'Amérique VOSH qui a un service médical humanité qui a visité le pays là où il y a un service traitement si Mas Domnik. Rotary Club qui a collaboré et puis organisation ça là tous les années pour initiative là. Madame Gloria Tavernier, c'est officier Rotary Club Dominic.
Avec tous les années, il y a venu Dominic avec Rotary Club Dominic. Avec ça, il y a fait, il y a mené glasses, il y a mené sunglasses, il y a mené eye drops. Il y a mené autant médicaments pour zier. Avec yo commence yo venu samedi yo aller la plaine yo aller Salybia Cassibrousse yo aller la Pointe yo aller Maho avec Jolia yo en Ozo à Goodwill Parish Hall avec tous ces monde là qui le nurse la Jacques yo ba yo papier avec ticket avec yo ka venir pour le docteur examiner yo avec après ça yo ka gade wè si yo ni cataracte ou si yo ni glaucoma avec yo ka bayo médicaments avec yo ka bayo glasses, sunglasses tout ça.
Messieurs mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non moi c'est McPherson Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up, your tip of the day.
Think water, think life. Water refreshes, restores, cleans, and enhances growth. Potable water is a benchmark for development. DOWASCO is serious about its mandate to ensure easy access to potable water island-wide and provide sewage services for a cleaner environment. DOWASCO is your water and sewage company.
Do you set your alarm to wake up early but always seem to be sleeping over time? That's because your alarm is right next to you and you keep hitting your snooze button every time the alarm sets off. You are just wasting time because snoozing does not allow you restful sleep. Here's one trick to make sure you are up and out of bed at the set time. Put your alarm clock at the far side of the room rather than next to your bed. That will do the trick of not only waking you up but getting you out of bed. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani. Thank you for watching.